try to find my zone here, by the way. I love the way that this was organized today. The one thing that we have been doing at the Labour Council over the past 7 years is to try and make sure that we realize we don't live in bubbles, we don't live in silos. We carry our own lenses as heavy as we can carry them, but we have to realize that our lenses aren't the same as everybody else's lenses. And the first thing that we find offensive in a society isn't necessarily the first thing that everybody else finds in a society. But that's getting easier and easier to do, I think, to realize those other lenses, because everything that we're talking about today is intersectional. Climate, jobs, racism, oppression, housing, food security. All of this stuff goes hand in hand. You cannot solve one without taking a look at all of the other things as well. Gone are the days in this city where you can have a rally about one topic if you want to, and that's great, and you can inform people and educate people, and I think that's a valuable thing. Anything which gets people out to disrupt is a valuable thing. But having a community like this of different interests coming together is where growth starts to happen. Because the only way we change this is through organizing. Plain and simple. You can yell as much as you want to at people at City Hall, and they're not going to listen. You can yell as much as you want to elected representatives, and they're not going to listen until you organize. Until you say, I don't just have 3 people behind me or 300 people behind me, I have 3,000, 3 million people behind me. And when that starts to happen, you start to see change. A lot of the time when I try and galvanize my thoughts towards how to be intersectional in some of the thoughts that I have, because my first thoughts are labor. I think about working conditions, I think about living wage, I think about all of those things. One of my working class warriors is a guy by the name of Billy Bragg. And when Pete Seeger asked him to write a verse of the Internationale, which is a socialist anthem, which not all of you might be on board for in terms of the politics, but one line, we had it emblazoned on our Labour Council shirts one year, said this: freedom is merely privilege extended unless enjoyed by one and all. And so what that should mean for us, everybody sitting here today has their level of privilege. It's not all the same, trust me. I'm a white, cisgendered male who's in a union with a good job and a family and a house. I won the fucking lottery when it comes to privilege. But if I'm unwilling to do anything about the problems that are going on, I am complicit in them, and I refuse to be complicit anymore.
There we go.